Friends, today we are discussing about Joule-Kelvin effect. So this is called Joule-Kelvin, Joule-Kelvin or Joule-Thomson effect or Joule-Thomson. Joule-Thomson effect. Okay. So in previous class we are discussing about the specific heat. Okay. Ratio of specific heat and the difference of specific heat for perfect gas and vulnerable gases. So today that topic is enough completed. Now the fresh topic today will start Joule-Kelvin effect or Joule-Thomson effect. So what is Joule-Kelvin effect? See, I want to first write the definition of Joule-Thomson effect or Joule-Kelvin effect. Okay. So you will study Joule-Kelvin effect or Joule-Thomson effect, whatever it may be, but almost it is same. Okay. Right. So I'll write the definition of Joule-Thomson effect right now. Okay. When a gas under a constant high pressure, when gas under a constant high pressure is passed through a porous plug through a porous plug porous plug to a region of constant low pressure, to a region of constant low pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. Then there is a change in its temperature. Okay. There is a change in its temperature. This phenomena is called Joule-Kelvin effect. So this phenomena is called Joule-Kelvin or Joule-Thomson effect. Okay. So this is the exact definition of Joule-Kelvin effect. See what in the definition what he was saying, when a gas under a constant high pressure, okay, is passed through a porous plug to a region of constant low pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. So first suppose I have a device like, first suppose this is a device, okay, like, so this is a chamber, I think. Okay. We have two pistons. So this is the piston 1 and this is the piston. So this is the one piston and this is another piston. Okay. So in this chamber I am consider one wall. Okay. So this is the wall. This is a wall. Okay. But this wall is made up of inside cotton, made up of cotton, or see clearly, listen carefully. It is made up of cotton or wool, something. Okay, cotton like. So for that purpose, I have to this cotton. Okay, inside I have a cotton. So this ball is called porous plug. Okay, so this cotton or wool, that inside a portion, which what is the portion is there. So this portion is called porous plug. So this is called porous plug. So this is a porous plug. Now this chamber is divided in two parts by using this porous plug. Okay, the porous plug is manufactured by some wool or cotton. Okay, so cotton, COTTN, cotton or wool. Okay, so it is manufactured. So it's like a adiabatic wall. It's look like an adiabatic wall because cotton wool means there is no exchange of heat or something. Okay, so he was, see once again, see the definition. When a gas under a constant high pressure, first of all, chamber 1. So this is called chamber A1 and this is chamber A2. So chamber 1 always maintain at high constant pressure, and see chamber 2 maintain at low constant pressure. Low constant pressure means pressure is almost ఇక్కడ మీరు almost you will apply high pressure but high constant pressure. It is maintained low constant pressure. So when under a constant high pressure of chamber A1 is passed through a porous plug to a region of constant low pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. Okay, so when a gas, so inside there is a gas. So I'll use another color. Inside there is a gas. So this is the gas. So now the piston, first piston is moving. The otherwise the first piston is push towards to the porous plug, push towards in this direction. Then what will be happen? This gas is now traveling from high constant pressure to low constant pressure through this porous plug. Okay, so now this gas is passing from high constant pressure to low constant pressure. So what will be happen when a gas under high constant, when a gas under a constant high pressure is passed through porous plug to a region of low constant pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. So what will be happen? The temperature of the gas is changed. So what will be happen? So that is the very important point. So when a gas from higher constant pressure to lower constant pressure, it will pass from higher constant pressure to lower constant pressure. Definitely the temperature inside present in the gas one will be changed. So the temperature of the gas, so what will be happen? The temperature of the gas will be changed. So there is a change in temperature. That phenomenon is called Joule-Kelvin effect. So the temperature will be changed. Okay, because in previous state when I'm not applying and when I'm not moving the gas, okay, when I'm not moving the piston, then the temperature of the gas is shows some value. After pushing this piston, what will happen? The temperature of the gas, this temperature gas is traveling from high constant pressure to low constant pressure. So when a gas, any gas, not only this gas, any gas is traveling from high constant pressure to low constant pressure, definitely they may change their temperature. So you can observe the change in temperature. Okay, so now I want to prove the expression of that changing temperature. So that changing temperature, I think it is represented by the changing temperature. What are the changing temperature? Delta T. Okay, so that changing temperature is nothing but delta T. We can find the changing of the gas by using this experiment. Okay, so that is the important experiment, Joule-Kelvin effect and Thomson. It is very important. answer. So please note everybody. So now we will derive what is the changing temperature. I want to find out that changing temperature when a gas is traveling from high constant pressure to low constant pressure through a porous plug, then the temperature will be changed. So I want to determine the temperature right now. That is the experiment. Okay. So please note everybody. I'll move to next page. So please note everybody. Okay. So please note everybody. So please note everybody. I'll move to next page. So for that purpose, Joule Kelvin explained the changing temperature. So Joule Thomson or Joule Kelvin order will be. They are want to explain why the temperature change, and they are also derive the formula of the changing temperature also. Okay. Now for that purpose, he was considered this type of experiment. So we will explain some results of this experiment. Okay. Right now, some important results I will explain. After then, I'll do the expression. Okay. Right. Next page. I'll move to next page. Right. So for that purpose, the proof of this theorem, he was considered some results. Okay. So what are the results? See, first point is all the gases passed through porous plug suffers a change in its temperature. Okay. So whenever a gas is passed through any porous plug, I already explained, when a gas is passed through this porous plug, definitely they may be observed some change in its temperature. Okay. So whenever the gas, first point is the gases passes through porous plug, gases passes through porous plug, it suffers a change in temperature. It suffers a change in its temperature. Okay. So this is called cooling effect. This is called cooling effect. Okay. So this is called cooling effect. This is cooling effect. Okay. Right. Second point, what they are observing. Second point, at ordinary temperature. So if you consider any gas at ordinary temperature, all the gases except hydrogen and helium suffers a rise in temperature. Okay. So at ordinary temperature, but suppose if you consider at ordinary temperature, in ordinary temperature, all gases except hydrogen, helium, okay, suffers a rise in temperature. Suffers a rise. Suffers a rise in its temperature. Okay. So this is called heating effect. So we know that cooling effect and heating effect. So any gas passes through porous plug, definitely it suffers a change in its temperature. This effect is called cooling effect. For suppose at ordinary temperature, except helium or hydrogen, just leave it heat, hydrogen, helium, the remaining all the gases are suffers rising temperature. That is called heating effect. So we know that cooling effect and heating effect. Okay. So therefore, the third point he was observed, the change in temperature. So whatever the gas temperature, changing temperature, that temperature is directly proportional to difference in pressures of both sides of the porous plug. See this porous plug. Okay. So finally, a gas is passing from porous plug. It changes its temperature. It suffers its temperature. Okay, it suffers change in temperature. We know very well. But what the temperature is changing the temperature, that temperature is directly proportional to the pressure. So this is called maintained pressure P1 and this is called maintained pressure P2. The pressure, the changing temperature is directly proportional to the difference of these pressures on both sides of the porous plug. Okay, you'll observe that important point. So the changing temperature is directly proportional to difference of pressures, difference of pressure, difference of pressures on both sides of porous plug. Okay, so definitely a gas is passing from porous plug, it suffers a change in temperature. Then this temperature is directly, who's the responsible to change this temperature? So that changing temperature is directly proportional to difference of pressure, because pressures difference will be responsible. That is the reason the change in temperature is directly proportional to difference of pressures on both sides of the porous plug. Okay, so and the most important last point of this experiment, they observed, as the initial temperature of the gases rises, then the cooling effect decreases at a particular temperature. So cooling effect is changed into heating effect, then those temperature is known as inversion temperature. Okay, so ఈ పాయింట్ నేను లాస్ట్ లో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను, అది మీకు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన అర్థం కాదు. వై? బికాస్ దట్ ఆ పాయింట్ మీకు ఆఫ్టర్ రిజల్ట్ తోనే యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ పాయింట్. సో ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు more explanation about the fourth point, because the fourth point is we are discussing about the last conclusion of this experiment. Okay, so from conclusion of the experiment we can discuss about that point, right? So now, so please note these points. Now I'll move to expression. So I want to find out the expression. So please note everybody. In this question also we have the two cases, the changing temperature in a perfect gas as well as van der Waals gases. We can explain two ways. Okay, right. So we already discussed about what is the Joule Kelvin effect, and when a gas under a constant high pressure is passed through a porous plug to a region of constant low pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. Okay, so whenever the gas is passed from high constant pressure to low constant pressure in between porous plug, so definitely there may be a change observed in the temperature of the gas. Okay, so I want to find out the change in temperature of the gas. That is our aim of this experiment. Second, for that purpose he must consider 4 points to solve the expression of the changing temperature. So first, suppose he must consider the gas passes porous plug, it suffers a change in temperature. That effect is called cooling effect. At ordinary temperature, almost all gases are rising in temperature. That is called heating effect. So, but except helium, hydrogen, these are not rising. They are not showing rising temperature because they are extremely low cool temperatures. Okay. So similarly, the change in temperature is always directly proportional to pressure on both sides of the porous plug. So whatever the pressures we are consider on both sides of the porous plug, okay, so that difference of the pressures will responsible to change change the gas temperature. So therefore, the change in temperature of the gas is always directly proportional to the difference of the pressures of the gas on both sides of the hose pipe. So therefore, now we will move to expression. For that expression, I'll explain. So here, by using enthalpy equation, I derive this equation. Why? Because when the gas suffers a Joule Kelvin effect, means the total enthalpy remains constant, because in Joule Kelvin effect we are using a porous plug. Okay, so this porous plug is nothing but, it is like made up of this porous plug is nothing but cotton or wool. Cotton or wool is used for adiabatic valves. You know that. So cotton and wool is the best examples are adiabatic process. It works in adiabatic process. So we know that in adiabatic process, what the parameter is constant. In adiabatic process, what the parameter is constant? Entropy. Entropy is the quantity which remains constant in adiabatic process. Okay. So therefore, see, I'll explain expression. Okay. So for that purpose, I first of all divide this screen into 5 parts. So when a gas suffers Joule Kelvin effect, when a gas suffers a Joule Kelvin effect, when a gas suffers a Joule Kelvin effect, then the total enthalpy, remains constant, because in adiabatic process entropy remains constant. So the entropy in macroscopic level, now enthalpy deals with microscopic level. Gas is a microscopic properties, that's why we will discuss about enthalpy every time. So enthalpy remains constant, but we know that enthalpy is nothing but capital H is equal to U plus PV, because in previous I will explain what is enthalpy state definition. H is equal to U plus P is nothing but enthalpy. Okay, now I want to differentiate this equation. So differentiate above equation. So differentiate above equation. See once again. Differentiate above equation. So differentiate means differentiate above equation. Okay, so this is nothing but del dh. Differentiate on both sides means du will be differential term, h is differential, pv here using uv method. Okay, to differentiate. So dh is equal to du plus p dot dv plus v dot dp, because once p is constant and v is changing, otherwise, and next v is constant and p is changing. Okay, so this is equation 1. Okay, so differentiate the above equation, then dh is equal to du plus p dot dv plus v dot dp. But we know that what is du value? Du is nothing but T dot ds minus P dot dv. Previously I will explain, say what is delta. Delta Q is equal to du plus dw. Okay, and this is the first law of thermodynamics, and second law of thermodynamics, T dot ds is equal to dq. So this is second law of thermodynamics. Using these two equations, we will get T dot ds is equal to du plus P dot dv, because external work is nothing but constant present into changing volume. Okay, so therefore du is equal to, okay, T dot ds minus P dot dv. So that is nothing but du is equal to T dot ds minus P dot dv. Okay, now substitute this value in equation 1. Substitute this value in equation 1. Okay, so therefore dH is equal to, what is du? Substitute du is T dot ds minus P dot dv plus P dot dv plus P dot dv. So this P dot dv, I'm using yellow color. This is to cancel. Okay, these two are cancelled. So finally we'll get dH is equal to T dot ds plus V dot dv. So this is equation 2. Okay, but from the equation 2, enthalpy remains constant. See here, enthalpy. So this is very important. Enthalpy remains constant means changing enthalpy is 0. So enthalpy remains constant means this value becomes 0. Okay, because the changing enthalpy is always 0 because enthalpy term is constant. So therefore 0 is equal to T dot ds plus V dot dv. So this is equation 2. Okay, this is equation 2. Please note everybody. Now I'll explain the second part. So finally we will get equation okay, so we will get equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 2 comes from del dH, so that is called change in enthalpy, that is always equal to 0 because we are considered when a gas suffers a Joule Kelvin effect, then the total enthalpy remains constant. We are considered the enthalpy term is a remains constant. But finally, after differentiate this equation, we will get changing enthalpy. So that's why in changing enthalpy, we are for okay. So changing enthalpy is 0 in Gabati. Now the final equation is 0 T dot ds plus V dot dv. Okay. Right, next. Is the screen is visible or not? So please students, is the screen is visible or not? So once you tell me. So once again I will share the screen. Is the screen is visible or not? So please tell me screen is visible, then I'll move. I'll go to class. So please students respond. The screen is visible or not? Okay, right. So right. So we already get first equation and second equation. Okay. And I am consider, suppose enthalpy is a function of, we already know that enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. Okay, enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. Suppose enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. Suppose enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. That is, we can simply write that entropy. So enthalpy S is equal to S times of pressure and temperature. Okay. So entropy is a volume and temperature. Entropy is a function of temperature and volume. Enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. So remember those two different things. So entropy, if you consider entropy is a function of pressure, volume and temperature. But here enthalpy we are considering. Enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. Okay. So now I want to differentiate the above equation. So differentiate above equation. Okay. So with respect to pressure, because pressure is one and temperature is one. Okay, one time. So if you this is a like a partial derivatives, because you can differential this equation by partial function. So according to partial function, these two are independent coordinates. If you multiply, if you differentiate with respect to p, then t will be constant. If you differentiate the above equation with respect to t, then you will make constant capital P. So therefore, this equation is represents ds is equal to dou s by, so because s is a function of enthalpy, dou s by dou p. Okay, dou s by dou p into dp. Okay, plus dou s by dou t into dt. Okay, so this is the differentiable form of this above function. ds is equal to dou s by dou p into dp plus dou s by dou t into dt. Here temperature remains constant, because if I am derivative by using the pressure, then temperature remains constant. Okay, temperature remains constant. If I am derivative with respect to temperature, then pressure remains constant. So we will write pressure here. So therefore, so this is the final differential form of equation. Okay, so ds is equal to dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus dou s by dou t at constant pressure into dt. Okay, so dou s by dou p into dp plus dou s by dou t into dt. That is the differentiable equation. Okay, so now multiply t on both sides. Multiply capital T on both sides. So what will be happen? T dot ds is equal to capital T times dou s by dou p at t into dp plus capital T into dou s by dou t at p into dt. So both sides we are multiplying capital T of above equation, that is represented by T dot ds is equal to T into dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus dou s by dou t at constant pressure into dt. So t times. Okay. So finally, we will get, see this equation. So T dot ds is, I'm not changing this equation as usually. I'll place this equation into next step. But see this equation. Now T dot ds. So T dot ds is nothing but dq. So I'm using the concept. I'll write here. So T dot dou s is equal to dou q. Okay, I'm using this expression here. So therefore, this equation can be written as T dot ds is equal to T into dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus this is T inside will take T dot dou s is equal to dou q by dou t at constant pressure into dt. Okay, so you can write this equation T dot ds is equal to T times dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus this value is nothing but cp, because dou q by dou t. Okay, I'll write here dou q by dou t is equal to cp at constant pressure. So this is cp into dt. Cp into dt. Okay. into dp. Understand? So this is equation 3. So there are three equations right now. Three equations. This is equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Okay. So okay, please note everybody. I'll move to next page. If you consider enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature, we will get this equation 3. T dot ds is equal to T into dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus cp into dt. Okay. So now I want to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Equation 3 in equation 2 lo substitute chestunam. Okay. So I'll substitute the equation 3 value into equation 2. Then finally I will get one result. Okay. So I'll move to next page. So please note everybody. So please note everybody. Okay. So I'll move to next page. So we know that already third equation is 0 into T dot ds plus VdP. This is the second equation. Once again I write second and third equations because of our continuation process. So second equation, what is the second equation? I'll bypass this equation for our simplicity. What is the second equation? 0 is equal to T dot ds plus P dot dp. So this is equation 2. And what we get equation 3? T dot ds is equal to T times dou s by dou p at constant temperature dp plus Cp times dt. Okay. So this is equation 3. That are the equations. See, here equation 2 is 0 to T dot ds plus VdP and T into dou s by dou p at constant temperature dp plus Cp into dt. That is equation 3. Now substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Okay. Substitute equation 3 in equation 2. We get so simply substitute. So 0 is equal to T dot ds value. What is T dot ds value? You will substitute this into this equation. Substitute. So therefore that is called capital T times dou s by dou p at constant temperature into dp plus cp into dt. Okay, plus vdp. Okay, understand? So you get this equation. Now, from Maxwell's fourth equation, here I am using Maxwell's fourth equation to change this term. To change this term, I'm using Maxwell's fourth equation. Okay. So I'll once again I write the Maxwell's equation. TVPS, TV Pakistan, SV Peta, SVPT. Now VS, TP, and last one is jumbling VT, SP. So this is the fourth equation. Okay. Now using that fourth equation, dou V by dou T is equal to dou S by dou P. So this is minus value, remaining to positive. So these are the fourth Maxwell equation with constant pressure. Here what is there? You will write here. Here what is there? You will write here. So This is the fourth Maxwell equation. Consider this fourth Maxwell equation. See, dou S by dou P at constant temperature will be represented as dou V by dou T at constant pressure. So you will write, see, you will substitute this equation here. So finally we will get 0 is equal to, in place of dou S by dou P at constant temperature, you will write dou V by dou T at constant pressure into dP plus Cp into dt plus V dot dP. So remaining is everything. Okay. Okay. So this is your final equation. Now simply I want to write, so that from what we are deriving from this equation, we deriving changing temperature delta T or dt, whatever it may be, delta T or dt, delta T or dt. Okay, so our aim is to derive changing temperature, right? See, from this equation, what is the changing temperature? This is the changing temperature notation. So for that purpose, I want to prove this equation. Cp into dt is equal to, so you place here only, the remaining two terms will be going to outside. Okay, and this is a minus now. Okay, so this is a minus equation. So you will put minus here. Okay, so therefore this equation is also minus, because the fourth equation and first equation is minus. You just simply put minus here, then Cp dot Cv. So finally you will get this equation, dou V by dou T at constant pressure into dP. Because if you take this equation left hand side, then it will be positive, and this is minus V dot D. Okay, so you will get this equation. Understand? Then what is the value of dt? Now dt is equal to 1 by Cp into dou V by dou T at constant pressure into dP minus V dot dP. So this is your changing temperature equation. So this is your changing temperature equation. So one term I will miss. So this is T. Okay. So write here T, because T is there, multiply. Okay, T is there. So this is the final expression. T times dou V by dou T and VTP. So simply take the dP is common on both the equations. So dt is equal to 1 by Cp into T times dou V by dou T at constant pressure minus V into dP. Okay. So therefore, if you here the dP is multiply, now you will bring here, then it will be divided. Okay, so this is nothing but dt by dP is equal to 1 by Cp, dt by dP is equal to 1 by Cp into T minus T dot. So once again I'll write this equation. So therefore dt divided by dP is equal to 1 by Cp into T times of dou V by dou T at constant pressure minus 1. Okay. So finally see, so the changing temperature with changing pressure. Okay. So here one important, see, the changing temperature is directly proportional to difference of pressures on both sides, difference of pressures. So therefore definitely the changing temperature and the changing pressure at constant enthalpy. So therefore dou T by dou P at constant enthalpy is equal to 1 by Cp times T into dou V by dou T at constant pressure minus capital V. Okay, so this is your final expression. So this is the changing temperature This is called changing enthalpy. Okay, and this is term dou T by dou P. This is called changing temperature. Okay, so this is the expression and this is the final expression. So this is the expression. This is the expression for Joule Kelvin effect. So this is the expression for Joule Kelvin effect. Okay, so this is the expression for Joule Kelvin effect. Understand everybody? Right. So our aim. So once again, you will see the previous topics paper. So I want to derive Joule Kelvin effects or Joule Thomson effects. For that purpose, what is the Joule Kelvin effect or Joule Thomson effect? When a gas under a constant high pressure is passing through a porous plug to a region of region of constant low pressure, then there is a change in its temperature. So this phenomenon is called actually Joule Kelvin effect. So that means when a gas is traveling from higher pressure to lower pressure. Here high pressure is also constant, low pressure is also constant. So when a gas is traveling from high pressure to low pressure, what will happen? So obviously the gas is what will happen? The gas, its temperature will be changed. So our aim is to find out the changing temperature. So find out the changing temperature of this experiment. So for that purpose, I take some results. Okay, so for any gas is passing through porous plug, it suffers a change in its temperature. That is called considered as a cooling effect. At ordinary temperature, all the gases except hydrogen and helium, remaining all gases are showing at high temperature. That is called heating effect. So the changing temperatures is always directly proportional to pressures on both sides of the porous plug. These 3 or 4 topics they'll consider that. Okay. So right now, I want to explain the expression. So for that purpose, if this is considered as a porous plug, that means it works like a adiabatic process because it's like adiabatic wall. In adiabatic wall, what will be constant? Total entropy of the system remains constant. In microscopic level, we'll deal this system. So that's why we are considered when a gas suffers a Joule Kelvin effect, the total enthalpy remains constant. Okay. In microscopic view, the entropy of the gas is considered to be enthalpy of the gas. Okay. So enthalpy remains constant. So therefore, finally, we will get enthalpy H is equal to U plus P. If we differentiate the equation, we will get equation 1. After then, consider enthalpy is a function of pressure and temperature. You will differentiate, you will get equation 3. So finally, you will get substitute equation 2, equation 3 and equation 2, we will get one equation. So after that, we are using Maxwell's 4th equation, just replace dou S by dou P at constant temperature into dou V by dou T at constant pressure. So finally, we will get dt is equal to 1 by Cp into T into dou V by dou T at constant pressure minus V into dP. So from this equation, Ig rearranged dou T by dou P at constant enthalpy. So this is called changing pressure. Changing temperature with respect to pressure at constant enthalpy. This is called the changing temperature with changing pressure with constant enthalpy. Okay. This is the expression for Joule Kelvin effect. So please note everybody, I want to prove. Okay, they have 2 special cases in this experiment. So 2 cases are there, 2 cases. So the case 1 is for perfect gas, and second one is for van der Waals gas, van der Waals gas. Okay, so these 2 cases are explained in tomorrow class, but here a small note point is there. After I'll tell that note one right now. Okay, so I'll move to next page. Please note fast. Okay, see here. First, suppose if dou t by dou p, dou t by dou p at constant h. This is called changing pressure with respect to pressure, changing temperature with respect to pressure at constant enthalpy. This value is always comes positive, then it is called cooling effect. This is called cooling effect. If dou t by dou p at constant enthalpy is negative value, this value comes from negative, then this is called heating effect, heat effect. Okay, so this is called cooling effect and this is heating effect. If suppose if dou t by dou p at constant enthalpy becomes 0, then it says neither cooling nor heating. Okay, so then it shows neither cooling or nor heating effect. Okay, so understand. Tomorrow we will continue the session. So today class is over. Thank you.